Who's ever inside, come outside now. Keep your hands where you can see them. Come here. Did y'all call us here? Did y'all call us here? Did y'all call us here?
Hey, welcome back to the Random Patriot, where we expose bad government and hold them accountable. And today's video comes out of Yale County, and you may recognize Yale County from hits like Sleeping on the Clock.
Where you going, dude? You're sleeping on the job.
I don't talk to this.
This guy's sleeping on the fucking job.
Or Fired for the N-word.
Getting ready to throw a police academy trying to get down, you fucking stop resisting! Whoa!
Or classics like The Sheriff's Wife Steals $40,000 from the county, and many more. But today's story is about an ex-Yale County deputy named Alex Radcliffe, who was a sergeant until recently. On September 13th, he was at a party, having a few beers with some friends and some other off-duty officers. Nothing wrong with that. Meanwhile, an on-duty Yale County deputy, Deputy Burks, arrives on scene to a disturbance call about another man who has been drinking.
It came in from somebody else. So y'all told somebody something was happening. They called it in, said he's drinking, had guns inside, making threats. Is it going to put you in any danger if you go back in? Okay, is he going to be violent towards us? Okay, just see if he'll come outside. We're here for a reason. Somebody told us there were some threats made, that the male inside's drunk, making threats, possibly has weapons.
Okay, he does have weapons.
Okay.
He's not waving them at us.
Has he presented a weapon towards y'all?
No.
Okay.
Okay, it's been just, hostile talk and okay.
I understand he's your brother and you want to protect him. Right now he is not in any trouble. We're here for your safety. Do you fear for your safety?
For my safety.
Okay.
And when he starts drinking, he doesn't get violent, but his words are like violent.
Mm-hmm.
And he likes to act all hard and stuff and punch walls or whatever. And I told my aunt, I said, if you just shut up and stop talking to him, he'll quit. But she kept going on and on and on, which made it even madder.
She's instigating him.
Yeah, because I've been through it before. So I just gonna put him in his bed.
Is she standing there talking to him right now?
Yes, because he's trying to do something stupid.
What's he trying to do?
Get his gun out. Which I'm trying to tell him not to, but he doesn't listen when he's drunk. Which I don't want y'all to be in danger either. I was trying to get him to lay down.
Finish talking to her. I'm going to have some more people come out here. Caleb, I'm going to roll some more people. 11 dispatch. If you will, send us some units. Male's inside attempting to get a gun out.
2-4, do you want me to make contact with y'all 3?
Yeah, Dardanelle don't need to come out here. Just notify 3, 4, and maybe 2.
And so when Burks calls for backup, Alex Radcliffe hears this from the party. And even though he's already had multiple alcoholic beverages right in front of other officers, he decides he's going to be the 5th officer on scene to go help Burks. He doesn't have his car, his gun, his vest, none of it. But the party is at another Yale County deputy's house. So he takes Yale County Deputy Kevin Dominguez's car, gun, and vest and hauls ass to the scene. And there's even talk that he was bragging about doing 130 miles an hour to get there.
Hey man, you're not in no trouble. We just want to talk to you. You're not in any trouble. We just want to talk to you. You're not going to go to jail. Leave the gun up there. We want to talk to you at this point. You're not in any trouble, man. But don't get yourself in no trouble. I can see the gun in your back waistband. I can't hear you, man. Are we friends? I would like to be friends with you, but right now you got me a little nervous with a gun in your waistband. Get on the ground. On the ground.
He went back in the house.
Set it. Bring it over here and set it down. Set it down right there on the ground. It's on speakerphone.
Yeah. You can take
Hey,
it off.
can you hear me, man?
Yep.
Look, we're not here to hurt you, man. We got a call. We're just trying to make sure everybody's all right.
I feel like you're here to hurt me.
I promise you, I'm not.
And you got to understand that in a situation when somebody's here to hurt me, I was going to send it Conway. Because you goddamn officer, and I got them in the yard.
I promise we're not gonna. We really just want to talk to you. We got concern.
I've got no guns on me. Look.
Will you come down off the porch?
Nope, because that puts me closer to y'all with guns.
Right. I'll put my gun up. Okay. I'm not here to hurt you. I promise.
Okay, well, if you got no fucking guns and no problems to hurt me, come talk to me.
I'm still gonna have a gun on my hip. That's always there. But I'm gonna put this shotgun up.
That's fine. Have your gun on your hip, and if you feel you need to shoot me, well,
I don't want to shoot you. We just.
I don't understand why you would, because I ain't done nothing. I'm fucking chilling.
We got a call that you were intoxicated, which is perfectly fine. You're in your house, but we're concerned that there was threats made. We're just trying to figure out what's going on, man. We're not here to hurt you. The last thing.
There were no threats made. I have made no threats to anybody.
Okay. Will you come down off the porch? I'm going to put this gun up and you can talk to me.
Yes, sir.
Man's honor.
Yes, sir. You put your gun up, and see I'm walking down.
Walk down and go to your right over to the grass. I'm not going to come throw you down, nothing like that. I'm going to come talk to you. Okay?
I'm right here, and you come talk to me right where I'm at.
All right. You going to keep your hands up while I'm walking over? I'm about to put this gun up.
Don't let him go back in that house. Yes, sir.
Just keep your hands up where I can see them. I just want to talk to you.
Okay.
What's going on tonight?
It ain't a goddamn thing going on.
Okay. Can I search you, make sure you ain't got no little gun in your pocket?
You can.
All right.
And I've got no gun. I've done nothing to you or him or them. But yet y'all are here.
Yes, we are.
Aggressively towards me.
Not trying to be aggressive. We were here to talk.
Why? Why? That's a question. Why?
We were here to talk. And you wanted to come out with a gun.
No.
That's how all this transpired into a big deal.
Look at that.
I got a gun. I'm police. I gotta have a gun.
You got a gun?
Yeah.
And you're here at me?
Yes.
Why?
I just want to get your side of the story and see what's going on.
Of what?
Of why we're
my side of the story of what?
Of why we're here. We're here for a reason.
Well, what's the reason?
Somebody called in, said there was a male that's intoxicated and making threats to females.
That's bullshit.
Because we've been worried about
why don't you go talk to him?
I haven't been able to. I've been worried about what you're doing inside that house.
I ain't doing a goddamn thing.
So if you'd come out here where you're away from the house and I know you won't go back in there, I can go talk to him so we can get this settled up. And we can get out of your hair. That's all I'm wanting. I want you to get away where you're not so close to this door so I know you can't run back inside and get another gun. That's all I want you to do.
Well, as long as y'all ain't fucking with me, I'm fine.
So can you come over here where you're further away from the door so I know you don't run inside and get a gun so I can go talk to the other two people that were here.
Well, let's go.
And we can get out of your hair.
Hey, how about you and me go talk to them?
I'm going to go talk to him by myself and then I'm going to come back and talk to you.
Okay. Well, I'm going to talk to him.
That's fine. You probably remember me. Do you remember me?
I do.
And here arrives Sergeant Alex Radcliffe. Now, he doesn't appear to be stumbling or slurring, but he does seem a bit glassy-eyed and a little spacey. Regardless, as they say, buzzed driving is drunk driving. And now, how in the future can you in good conscience arrest people for drinking and driving when you do it yourself?
We haven't really been able to get their side of the story very good because they went back in there and had him come out, and they came out and said he's in there trying to get a gun and he's going to do something stupid. So it's kind of mixed. He was walking back and forth in there. He came out, just had a gun in his waistband, never reached for it, nothing crazy like that. I mean,
Caleb said he talked to them, but didn't say he made any threats or anything.
I know P has a stretch, but obviously he's a danger to himself. I know he's in his own house, but
yeah,
he doesn't need to stay here by himself or with them. He obviously already came outside with a gun.
Mm-hmm. How'd the call get initiated anyways? Did they call them?
They were on the phone with...
And you told me not to?
Where'd that gun go?
Guess who's back
Where'd that
I
gun
had?
go?
Mine.
Okay,
Yours.
got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember you told me
I got his back. I want y'all to understand that me and him are on the same page.
Okay.
I got his back.
Well, I got your back. I'm not here to hurt you, man. I'm just here to figure out what's going on.
Okay.
But you understand how it intensifies things when you walk
Hey, Megan, Nikki, Wig,
I'm gonna go
come
talk
over
to them.
this way and explain to them why I got his back. Because he knows me.
He said he never made any threats, that he was kind of mouthing, but never made any threats. So I don't know. Not really much. We did just leave him, let him.
And pee on his porch.
Huh?
I said and pee on his porch.
Hey, you can shut it down. The two females inside are saying that there was no threats ever made.
Okay. This man walking around refusing to drop a gun for you
He was on the porch, he had it in his waistband.
and refusing to put it down.
Correct.
Refusing to obey orders.
Correct.
He's going to jail.
Hey, don't let him go inside.
Do it now. Do it now. Do it now. Do it now. Put your back. Do it now.
Hands behind your back. Hands behind your back.
Both of them. Do it. Police tell you to do something, you fucking do it.
Well, I mean,
Sit up.
I listen to the police.
Sit up.
What is he being arrested for?
Obstructing governmental operations and resisting arrest.
Why is that shit obstructing the job?
But you didn't do what they fucking told you to do when they told you to do it.
Who the
That
fuck?
is not how this works. Who am I? I'm Lieutenant Horton.
Well, I get a bunch of tips about this the night it happens. So the next day, I make a Freedom of Information Act request for all of the body cam videos. There was 5 deputies on scene. That should mean 5 body cam videos. Well, this is the response that I get back from Lieutenant Hayden Horton, which is a name that you'll want to remember. And so Lieutenant Hayden Horton says, in reference to your Freedom of Information Act request, the only video and audio recording that exists for this incident is that of the body-worn camera issued to Deputy Matthew Burks, not of any of the other officers requested. And so what he's saying is, out of 5 deputies, 1 of them had their body cam rolling. And so I respond, this is very concerning to me that this many deputies were on scene without their cameras activated. Is this regular practice for Yale County Sheriff's Office? I would assume it's accepted, tolerated, or even condoned behavior if that many people are doing it. I would like to make another request, please. I would like all of your policies on activating cameras and keeping video records. And I would like to ask an open question. What do you plan to do about these policy violations? What actions have you taken or will be taken? And this is his response. It's just a big, long email of nothing but excuses of why each officer didn't have their body cam rolling and why it's okay in his eyes. So as I said, it is accepted, condoned, and tolerated. So he says, regarding your concerns, I would be more than happy to account for the officers not activating their body-worn cameras on scene. So he is not concerned. He says Deputy Eskew's camera storage was full. He says Radcliffe's camera was not present. Yeah, it's because he was wearing someone else's vest. He says Deputy Barton's camera battery was depleted, and he says that him, Lieutenant Horton, didn't have a body camera. And so that's Lieutenant Hayden Horton, and again, you're going to want to remember this name. Also, coincidentally, like a day or 2 after I make this FOIA request, Radcliffe resigns for unknown reasons. He doesn't even write up a resignation letter. He just leaves. Well, I get a tip that he goes back to work for a department that he used to work for. And I know that's Conway County. So I decided to go talk to Conway County Sheriff Mike Smith. And stay tuned because I also interview a Yale County deputy that says he was at that party with Radcliffe that night. Check it out. This is the Conway County Sheriff's Office.
How can we help you today?
Yeah. I'm Justin. What's going on? What's your guys' names?
Give me a second. We'll tell you our names in just a second.
You could have said your name like 3 times with all those words you just said. How come people do that? You could have answered it with all those words so easily.
Give us 1 second.
Come on, dude. Who's this?
We'll tell you in just a second.
Is that the sheriff?
No, that's not the sheriff.
Oh. Yeah, I honestly didn't expect to catch him. It's kind of late in the day, but I was hoping to talk to the sheriff.
He's not in.
Yeah.
Best time to probably catch him probably in the morning time.
And he is usually around here? Mm-hmm. And they acted like you're a big shot. Who are you?
I'm not a big shot. I'm over the reserves here.
Oh, you're over the reserves? Yes, so what's your position? And I'm Justin, man. I'm not trying to...
Commander of the reserves.
Commander of the reserves?
Yes, sir.
And like that's the reserve deputies, I guess?
Yes, sir.
And the reserves get paid though. It's not volunteer. Oh, it's volunteer.
One of us is
Oh, well, thank you, man. I really appreciate you putting your time into that. Even you're a volunteer?
Yeah.
Thank you. That's awesome. All right, I'm back. I was here yesterday. I'm at the Conway County Sheriff's Office, which is also the detention center. Technically, Radcliffe resigned, so I doubt the sheriff knows what happened. And so my goal is to just make sure that the sheriff does know what happened. But my end goal is to get rid of these bad cops and stop letting them just go from department to department. I'm tired of it. I want to help clean up Arkansas. No more bad cops going to the next town over. We're done with it. It's over. Let's clean up Arkansas. Is the sheriff here?
No, he's not here.
He's not? Okay. Who's the highest person here that would be willing to talk to me, you think?
The chief deputy is here.
Yeah, would he be okay to talk?
He's on the phone right now.
That's him right there. Deputy of the year. It's not even like a month, it's a year.
Yes.
Hey man, real quick question.
Yes.
What do you got to do to win Deputy of the Year?
Done something good at work, as far as locating a lost child or something like that. Just
Yeah, that'd be one.
Step down.
Yeah. I'm Justin.
Jeremy Kazak.
I want to start by saying I live 20 minutes away, and I haven't heard anything bad about Conway County. For me to live that close and not hear crap,
We try.
Congrats.
We try to keep everything on the up and up.
Did you recently hire an Alex Radcliffe?
Yes, we did. He's our newest hire.
Okay, and he used to work here before, right?
Yes,
Years ago.
He left Yale County and came here in October 24. He stayed employed with us for about 6 months, roughly, somewhere in there.
Gotcha.
And I'm under the impression that they gave him a opportunity to come back to work for him as an investigator. So he
was a
left us
sergeant, yeah.
And went back. And then he's been with them the whole time. And as of just, I want to say the first of this month, maybe the end of September.
Yeah, I think Monday or something.
Something like that. Within the last 2 or 3 weeks, he's left them and came back with us. So
do you guys know why he left there and came here?
I'm under the impression he got tired of because you're an investigator, you're on call all the time and you're just running wide open. So being an investigator, it's a lot more time consuming, a lot more strain on your family. He's employed with us as a deputy sheriff over here. So
Gotcha.
he wanted to come back as a deputy sheriff. And we did just recently get a pretty good pay raise through the Quorum Court. Our deputies got $5,000 a year pay raise.
Well, so there's some additional information about why Alex left. And I can only prove so much, but Alex was at a party. So he takes his Yale County deputy's buddy's car and vest, and then I have the video of him there, and he's not like stumbling, crazy drunk, but you can tell he's spaced out. The sheriff is on a sheriff's retreat. Now I'm getting this information from inside sources.
Okay.
The sheriff hears about this and comes home early from the sheriff retreat. 2 days later, Radcliffe resigns. 2 days after that, he's got a job here.
Okay.
So like I said, do I have his blood alcohol level? No, but I have multiple other deputies. I have a police chief from another town that was also there who will vouch for all of this as well.
Okay.
I know Clest is pushing for sheriffs and chiefs to decertify officers so they don't get to just go on to the next department like he did. Obviously, this didn't happen under you guys' watch, so nothing you could do for the decertification. I don't know, maybe you can. Maybe you can actually put in for something. I doubt it.
No.
I'm not expecting you to.
No, we've been through that process in the past, and then, but no, that would be up to his current, or not current, but his
the one that was under
during that time. Well, I appreciate you bringing that to our attention, or letting us know about it. This last 2 or 3 weeks that he's been employed with us, I mean, we're pleased with his performance.
I'm sure he's on in the up and up.
And
he's
but now prior to that, from December of 24 up, and I mean, we were very pleased with his performance at that time as well. But if we're made aware of anything like that on our watch here, that's not going on.
I don't expect you to decertify him, but I do expect you to not keep him as a deputy. If someone came to me and told me that, and then I said, yeah, that's cool, I'll keep him, that makes you guys look pretty bad. Now my eyes are on Conway County.
Okay, well, like I said, I mean,
Sorry,
the information,
you think you'll keep him?
At this point,
just be real.
Yes, I mean, yeah.
You are?
I'm
for real?
We run above the water, like I said, but as for right now,
I don't think so.
Well, opinions are exactly what they are, opinions.
That's not just my opinion. That's like a decertifiable thing that he did, and you're saying let's just keep him because it didn't happen under me. No problem.
Has he been decertified?
Because we got a bad sheriff. He should be.
We haven't seen anything. This is something.
I'll show you.
This is something where I would have to sit down and get with the sheriff on. And
Let's set it up, man. I got it all. Help me set up a meeting with the sheriff.
Okay.
Thanks for talking with me.
Yes,
man.
sir. Not a problem.
See you. Oh my goodness, look where I am again. Back at the Conway County Detention Center and Sheriff's Office. So yesterday I did finally get a call back from the chief deputy who said I could come meet with the sheriff this morning at 8:30. I hope he's cool too.
Morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Good. You here for the sheriff?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Hello.
Hey, Sheriff.
Sheriff Mike Smith.
Thanks for meeting with me, man.
Not a problem. What can I do for you?
Did your chief deputy
He told
pass
me
this a little bit?
Yeah.
So, like, long story short, he was at a party a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
He was drinking. So I get all these tips, right? So the very next morning, I make a FOIA request for that video. It does show Alex pretty spacey.
Okay.
He's not stumbling. He's not like obvious,
Right.
but if you know, I mean, you can tell. The sheriff was told specifically about all of this and chose to instead tell Alex he can resign so he doesn't have to fire him.
Okay.
So Alex resigns and comes and gets the job with you two days later.
That wasn't my understanding.
I understand. I believe you didn't know that story, which is why I wanted to come bring it to your attention.
Just by what's been told, there was no disciplinaries or anything.
No. Well, this is Nick Galt is not a good. I could, if you had an hour, I could tell you about 5 other officers. I actually have an interview that I did earlier this week with another Yale County deputy that was at that party with Alex. He went on camera with me on Monday and told me everything.
Okay.
There's other people that work at Yale County that are willing to tell me the same thing. He's just the first. And then there was even a police chief from another town that wants to go on camera and talk about it as well.
In Yale County?
No, he is a police chief from a place in Missouri, and he was down just at the party. Lots of police officers from all kinds of different departments. Everyone's saying the same story. It doesn't take but 2 days later for him to resign, where he was a sergeant, to come back over here.
Okay. Well, I can tell you this, and I don't know where this is going to go, if I have all those statements or anything else. Absolutely look at it. I can tell you this much also. I know when Alex was here before, excellent job, upstanding. We hold a high standard here. Are we perfect? No, but I mean, we do hold high standards.
I'm all about people have bad days, people make mistakes.
Right.
I see it all the time. Cop makes a mistake, everyone's all down his throat. I'll actually defend him. I'm like, dude, that is one small stupid thing.
Right.
If that's the worst thing he did all year, pat on the back, brother. This isn't one of those circumstances. This is, I did 130 off the clock in someone else's cruiser, 4 or 5 beers deep, and I'm bragging about it. That's how much I don't care.
Right. So,
and then no accountability.
Right. How do we know he's doing 130 to be one?
Because he said that.
Okay.
That's his words.
Right.
He bragged about it to everybody.
Okay. All right.
And then those everybody aren't just random dude I know. It's literally other Yale County deputies that are like, I don't like this.
Well, their statements, I absolutely would love to see them.
Yeah.
And I would be looking into it. Yeah, I've hired him. I know what job he done when he was here before. I can tell you that much now.
That shouldn't matter.
All this other stuff, it does matter to
what
me.
he did 2 years ago shouldn't matter because he just did this 2 weeks ago. And now he came over to you because he has nowhere else to work.
Well, that ain't.
And you're like, you can come work for me. I don't care what you did 2 weeks ago. You can come work for me.
That ain't what I said.
That's what you're saying?
No,
So
it's not. It's not what I just said. I said I will look into it. If there is an issue there, then we'll figure it out, okay?
Well, you keep bringing up he did a really good job back in 2024.
You won't argue that, and he did. Absolutely.
That shouldn't. It's irrelevant. I could do a really good job my whole life, but then I do something really bad and it's over for me.
I understand.
So
like police
let me ask you 3 questions. Do you believe that a citizen should be held at a higher standard or a lower standard than a law enforcement officer?
Do I believe a citizen?
And I asked you it backwards on purpose.
No, I expect my officers to treat people
So,
the same.
do you think that a law enforcement officer needs to be held to a higher standard?
Yes.
Okay. Nick should have decertified him. He didn't. I understand that now it's not now up to you. It didn't happen under your watch.
True, but
this is how you do it the right way. I've thought about it. Yes, sir. Just let me get this out.
Go ahead, please.
You ask him on camera about it. He's either going to lie to you and say he didn't do it, and then now it's up to us to prove that he did, and now that lie alone is enough for you to decertify him.
It could be, and I'm not going to disagree with that right there, okay? But let me get to
Or
that
he tells
point.
you, and this is where I stop.
I just find out
Or
right
he
there,
tells you the
right?
truth.
Or he tells me the truth.
To which you can say, well, I don't want someone like that on my force.
Right.
Or he's going to lie to you, in which you can say, I don't want someone like that on my force.
Okay.
So either way, you got him.
I deal in facts, okay? Number one, I just deal in facts. If I got the right paperwork and these witness statements and everything like it, and he's telling me a different story, so be it. The thing is, you know, I do have to answer to the citizens of Conway County for everything, and I take that job very seriously. Been doing it a long time. They need to be able to trust the officers, absolutely. And you know, if something like this comes out, and you know, you hear stories here and there. Yeah, I've heard things about Yale County and stuff like that.
It's bad.
I stay in my lane on that.
I understand.
Okay? So,
Yes, sir.
I try to, for sure.
I understand. I'm not coming here with his blood alcohol content for
Right.
proof. I don't have proof. I would suggest just asking him, because if he knows all it takes is a lie to you to get decertified,
Right.
he has better chances of just telling you the truth. And maybe he will.
Yeah, and maybe so, if that's going to be the case, for sure. But that's all going to be looked at, you know. And if he does sit down and tell me, yeah, I was at a party and this is what took place and everything else, and it's contrary to what's been said, we'll see where we end up there, you know. But
yeah, I understand. You're in kind of a position.
Trust me on this also. I'm not just willy-nilly about things either. I need to have
and
facts
that's kind of why I said I understand you're in a position, is because you can't just be like, well, some guy said, so you're fired.
Exactly. I can't do Sheriff Galt's job for him either.
Right.
You know, on that part.
I get it.
I think if there is anything to that, I think that's where it should come from. Just shooting from the up here.
Oh, you're absolutely right, but Nick Galt is not the type to hold anybody accountable. Well, if you're looking for a good deputy, I can send one your way, and he'll even tell you, because he was there firsthand, what he saw Alex do.
Well, send him my way and put in an application for sure. Because
I
I'm
sure will.
always looking for good people.
Okay, cool. I really will. But can I make a suggestion? I would ask that you please open up an official review, or whatever you want to call it here, on Alex about this. That way it's on paper. That way if anyone 2 months from now says you didn't look at this, it isn't just your word.
Right.
Record your conversation asking him about this, because that could be very handy. If he really did do that and he admits it to you, well, if you have it on camera, that'll go a long way for everybody else.
I know how to do this, okay? Number one, I do.
Well,
you know, and if it is that, seriously, I mean, if it is just that, you know, you weigh it out, I guess, at that point, as far as, yeah, could it work for me if it did happen just the way you explain it? Probably not. You know,
everyone's telling me the same story.
do you know Alex at all? Have you spoken to him?
No, I just watch body cams of him. I mean, look, I'm sure he's a good dude to hang out with. I'm sure I would go shoot pool with him and hang out with him all day. But that doesn't mean he needs to be a cop.
No, I agree with you. This job's not.
The videos I've seen of him, he honestly seems like, I've thought to myself, I bet he is a cool dude.
Right.
I bet I wouldn't hate him.
Well, I don't think you would. I mean, as far as that goes, we all do.
I even feel bad a little bit about coming after his job, but he doesn't need to be an officer, and he's young enough to find a new career path. You don't want poor judgment.
No, that's one
because
thing.
we got to help hold our law enforcement officers to a higher standard.
Right.
So little mistakes like that are not little mistakes for a citizen. So that is a gigantic mistake for a law enforcement officer.
Yeah, I'd agree. If that comes to fruition, that is true, then we'll deal with it accordingly. I promise you.
I think all you have to do is ask Radcliffe.
Well, I'm gonna ask you.
Yeah.
I have no problem with that.
Can you do it on video? And can I see that video?
No, I'm not. Let me do it my way. Okay.
So this is why I was trying to make a suggestion, is because what you're going to do is do it behind closed doors, not on camera, and then you write up whatever you want later, and it's your word against everyone else's, instead of just being transparent for everybody, doing it on camera, and then showing the world what he says. That is how you be transparent.
Well, I don't need to be taught that. I know how to do things.
You know how to be transparent?
Listen to me. If he is...
Just be transparent and show everyone what he says.
if he is what you say he is, and all this and that and everything's happened the way you said it was, he will not be working here.
How are you gonna? So what's your procedure? What are you gonna do?
I'll figure it out.
So you don't know what you're gonna do?
Yeah, I do know what I'm gonna do, and I'm through. I got to answer folks at Conway County. I got people in here.
You just contradicted yourself like 5 times in a row. Do you know what you're going to do, and what is that? Tell the folks of Conway County what you plan on doing about this officer.
Well, if folks of Conway County want to know, they can ask me.
They are asking you.
No, you're asking me.
Yeah, I'm asking them on behalf of the citizens because they aren't going to come down here until they see this video.
Right.
So just tell the citizens of Conway County what you plan on doing about this.
It's great to meet you.
You're seriously not going to tell Conway County what you're going to do about it?
I'm seriously done with this. Okay, I've been.
And this is how we have. This is Sheriff Mike Smith. No transparency, no accountability. He's going to cover for his officer, and I'll be seeing him again. Dude, I really tried to just have a conversation with him. If he really cared about Conway County citizens and transparency and accountability, he would go put Radcliffe on camera, he would ask him about this, and then he would show Conway County what Radcliffe says and then let the truth unfold as it unfolds. I don't expect him to fire him instantly and try to decertify him instantly. This shit is gonna unfold. But if you don't do your part, Sheriff, then you're just as complicit. And this is just as much on you as it is everybody else. This is ex-Deputy Calhoun, and the reason he was fired is a whole story. And he invited me over to his house to come talk to him about this. I know you were a deputy in Missouri for a while before you came to Arkansas. Was Yale County the first department that you worked for in Arkansas?
Yes.
What was your experience at Yale County? Now that you're not an officer there and you can talk about it, what was it like working there? Was it professional?
It was very unprofessional. No structure whatsoever. Guys running around working whenever they want to work. I thought they had their crap together down here, and it's just a bunch of cowboys running around with badges and guns who may or may not be certified.
And you getting fired actually happens after another deputy resigns. Word on the streets, what I've heard through people that were there, another deputy that's on duty calls for backup. And several officers respond, one of which being Radcliffe, who was already drinking at a party. And I wanted to ask you, were you at that party? Because I knew that there was a bunch of other deputies and people that worked in dispatch, I think, too, were even there. I know it was a pretty big party.
Oh, there was a lot of people there, a lot of people. So to answer your question, yes, I was there. And it was talked about how the call came out, Radcliffe responded in another deputy's car. He took his vest, his gun, and his car and responded to this call.
So can you vouch that he was, like, how many beers had he had, would you say?
Probably 4 at that point.
Okay.
There were several other cops there as well. There were some Danville PD cops there. One of my friends from Missouri, who's the chief of police, was down visiting me at that time, and he came to the party with me and his wife. He was there. He heard and witnessed it all as well, and he said that he would, be willing to talk about it if that's something that needs to happen.
Does the sheriff know?
He is very well aware. That following Monday, I believe it was, Hayden Horton came into the office, and he just looked like a ghost. He didn't want to talk to nobody. He did make comments to our warrants clerk because she asked him, "What's wrong with you?" And he's like, "This one can't get out. I've got to talk to Sheriff now." Well, Sheriff was on a sheriff's retreat. He actually cut his trip short, allegedly, to come home to deal with this matter. Once I kind of figured out what was going on, I did make it aware to the sheriff's office that he did in fact come back bragging about not only responding to the call, but responding to the call at 130 miles an hour. He left his sunglasses on the hood of the car, and so he thought he lost them, but they had actually flew up and got pinned in between the light bar and the top of the car. So that was another funny, jokey thing that he was talking about, was he's like, "Man, I thought I lost those things."
Was Horton on scene or at the party, or?
He was not at the party, but he did, I believe, go on scene of that call.
He knew about it firsthand.
Oh yeah, and I think that's why he came in, was sick to his stomach, and that's what he literally made the comment, "I can't let this one get out."
Especially after
that dude's bragging about it. I bet he was pretty sick.
Our warrants clerk, she was very well informed of what had happened, and she's Sheriff's right-hand man, so she definitely let Sheriff know.
Okay.
And that's how Sheriff found out and cut his trip short to come back. You know, kind of expecting like, dude, this is bad. Like, he's going to get fired. There's too many people that witnessed this. The next day or two, returning to work, I'm like, what the crap's going on here? Like, Radcliffe's still here and everything. And they're like, he put his 2-week notice in. I said, yeah, he's put his 2 weeks in. He's going to be going to Conway County. Alex said, you know, kind of bragged about how he's going to be getting a $5,000 raise.
Alex Radcliffe.
Alex Radcliffe. He's, you know, go to Conway County, get a $5,000 raise, still get the take-home unit, so it's not really a big deal. He's actually going to be making more money, and he's going to get out of this shit show here at the sheriff's office we're currently in. It was all swept under the rug.
So if you drink and drive on duty and you do 130 and you go brag about it, then you might just go to the next county and get a raise, because that's all that happens around here. He needs to get decertified, not a raise.
We had a mandatory patrol meeting. Chewed on us a little bit, telling us we need to do this, we need to do that. Hayden Horton, the lieutenant, kind of came at us about certain things, and towards the end of the meeting, he asks if there's anybody has anything to say. And I literally said to him, I believe admin should lead by example. One, my personnel file is not even finished yet. And then you sit here and tell deputies to get along and not have arguments and tiffs with each other, but yet we watch our admin do it constantly. Matter of fact, a week prior, went into Major Braden's office where Alex and Major Braden were standing, and confronted them and told them they needed to keep my name out of their mouths. I said, guys, you need to keep my name out of your mouth. I'm not trying to have any more trouble than I'm already having here. And the door was shut, and they said, this sheriff's office used to never be this way until Nick took office. And so that was one of my points that I brought up to Hayden in our meeting, was even our admin is talking shit constantly about their boss. And Hayden went to physically shaking. His hands were physically shaking. He went on to tell me that nobody at that sheriff's office trusts me. Those were out of his mouth. Right in front of me and Sheriff, he said that right to me and Sheriff. He was trying to get me in trouble is really what he was trying to do. But it really backfired on him because Sheriff told him, Kyle has been one of the only deputies here that's had my back. He told me, just don't fall on the sword for me anymore, Kyle. He said, you've done enough. He goes, I see who has my back and who doesn't here. Hayden left the jail at that point in time, kicked the door open. He was so pissed. And I told him, I'm like, dude, Hayden, it's not worth it, man. Don't let it get you that mad. Everybody comes out of their office and they're like, what the hell's going on? Well, Hayden was in his office throwing a little temper tantrum is what he was doing. He was like, hey, so that's leading by example. That's
you just proved your whole point.
Thank you. That's exactly what I was trying to get across to him.
So you're not part of their little clique of secrets.
No.
You would say.
Absolutely
They
not.
definitely have a clique where they cover each other's ass. We can't let this get out type stuff. You're not a part of that.
No, sir.
So a couple weeks after all this Radcliffe shit happens, to get a little personal with you, you got in an argument with your ex-landlord.
It wasn't even an argument. I had received a letter from my landlord from the rental company that we owed $2,000 and something, for some damages. And I'm like, hold up here. They used our property for photographs for their insurance and stuff like that because he always told us how clean our house was. I had seen him one day pulling up to my old property, and so I just pulled in behind him and I had the letter in my hand, and John Ford gets out of his truck, walks back to me, and he's like, what's up, man? And I'm like, hey, I got this letter and I'm not sure what's going on. He goes, take it up to the rental company. That's why I hired them. And I said, I even have text message proof of it, where you told us to leave anything screwed in those walls, the cable hider that we installed for the TVs. And I'm like, John, I have proof that you sent those. And he's like, no, you don't, mother effer. I would never say that, blah, blah, blah. And I said, what you're showing me right now is that you're not a man of your word and that you're not a man of good character.
So that's the whole thing. There was no, did you guys get in each other's face?
Absolutely not. This man's twice my size. I'm still in uniform. I'm on my way home. I just happened to see him. I've literally talked to this man 100,000 times. And he went on to tell me that he was too nice to me and my family because he cut us $200 off our rent because I was a police officer living there. So he was too nice to me and my family, and I was a liar. He knows everything about my life, and he knows plenty of people in Yale County. So he will have me taken care of. Well, on October the 1st, I had got a phone call from Dardanelle Police Department. He said, "Hey, is this Deputy Kuhn?" And I said, "Yes, it is." And he said, "This is Officer Williams with Dardanelle Police Department."
Austin
Williams.
Yeah.
Yep. And he said, "Did you have an altercation with John Ford?" And I explained to him, "No, I did not." Officer Williams says, "Well, I'm just going to be honest with you, Deputy Kuhn. We're going to submit a PC for harassment against you. You got in his face and were cursing at him." And I said, "That's not the case at all. What happened?"
I do want to give you the opportunity to rebut this or whatever. The little bit I've heard about this was one thing you had said was, "Look what I'm wearing and look what I'm driving." Like acknowledging I'm a deputy.
And I would never in my life say that, man. I've been doing this for 9 years. I know how to conduct myself better than that. I went to have a conversation with that man, and he got twisted because I called him. I didn't call him a liar, but I did call him a liar.
Yeah.
And so he got twisted and mad and upset that
you're allowed to call people liars.
Well, but I didn't call him that. I didn't even curse at this man.
Yeah, right.
I didn't any of those things. Not even 20 minutes after that phone call with the Dardanelle Police Department, I pull in my driveway and I'm waiting to check off duty. John Ford comes driving by my house at 5 to 10 miles an hour, staring me down. Just goes up here and sits for about 30 seconds. Drives right back by, staring me down. I called Dardanelle Police Department, Officer Williams back, and I told him, I said, "Hey dude, your alleged victim is driving by my house right now. I don't know if it's in a form of intimidation or if he's trying to jack with me." Well, I go into work today. The sheriff calls me in the office. Wasn't in there 2 minutes. And I was told, "We're not going to go around the barn the long way about this. I'm going to have to let you go because I heard that a warrant is possibly coming down today for you for harassment."
I'm not going to take the long way around the barn. I'm going to have to let you go. I got word that a warrant's going to hit the ground today.
How does this happen? It's what I'm not understanding.
Apparently, what I gathered is this is an affidavit warrant from Ford that he signed the affidavit and is pushing it through.
I don't get it, Sheriff.
I wish I had some answers for you, but I don't. I don't know. That this has hurt me and bothered me more than you can imagine. Because I'm invested in you. I love you. I've taken you under my wing, I feel like, and this has made me physically sick.
Because I had a conversation, I lose everything. Like it's crazy to me.
My wife's gonna have a heart attack. God's got a plan. I don't know what it is. That just is gonna ruin me. I have never been fired. Ever have I been fired. And that is on my record now. A termination. Alex was drinking and driving 3 weeks ago. Fire me, but everybody else can keep their job. Hayden can throw a bitch fit and nothing happens. Now that I'm a civilian, I got free reign of speech.
Fired.
Immediately fired.
So dude is fired because he has a conversation with his ex-landlord. Maybe you got in an argument. You say you didn't, and I do believe you, but I'll give it to him.
There's 3 sides to every story. There's his side, my side.
That alone is enough for the sheriff to fire you because he doesn't want the bad publicity of one of his deputies getting arrested. Doesn't care about the actual facts of it. You're honestly the only one at the department that still has his back, it sounds like. Or
I did.
One of.
I was told not to fall on the sword anymore, so.
And you didn't fall on the sword because he shoved it in you.
Yeah.
And that's what, but if you want to go do 130 after 4 beers,
that's cool.
To a call, no problemo, senor. If he's going to allow Radcliffe to resign, even if he's going to get rid of you, allow you to resign as well. You know, and personally, I'm sick of cops. I'm sick of departments letting officers resign. I do think in your situation where it's all hearsay and no one even knows what happened, this would be a good example of letting someone resign before firing.
Well, State Patrol wouldn't even get involved in it. They informed me on the phone that, kind of giggled and said there's no harassment here. He said they're going to have a hard time pushing that one.
You probably won't even get arrested, but you're still fired. Radcliffe was part of the clique, right?
Oh, yeah.
He was on the inner circle? And you weren't.
No, absolutely not.
And so that's where my mind goes is fire you, get him out of here, come up with anything we can, and we finally got something, use it, get rid of him, because He's not part of our inner circle. We can't trust him to keep his mouth shut if one of us does something we shouldn't be doing. And so we don't want a good cop in our bad cop bucket ruining what we're doing. This isn't about right or wrong. This is about who has pull around here and who's a part of what clique.
Well, my plan is to fight this and to bring the facts to the table. And
you don't want your job back at Yale County?
No, absolutely not. I don't want to go back to that place. The corruption that I've seen take place there, the cliques that take place there.
You told me it kind of ruined Arkansas for you.
Dude, it's ruined my whole perception of this state. And it's just corruption. It's not what you know around here. It is who you know and who you're willing to blow.
Yeah, dude.
And I'm not good at sucking dick. I'm not, man.
Oh, you called me. I did not expect you to call me. Is this Mr. Horton?
Yeah, this is Lieutenant Horton.
Lieutenant, I made a FOIA request like Monday and Tuesday, and I haven't received the response yet.
It's funny you just called. They just notified me you called because I had just sent it about, let me check, 5 minutes ago to your email.
Okay. Let me check it right now. How many body cams are in here? Is yours on there?
No, sir.
How come?
I wasn't wearing one.
Why not? Isn't it your policy?
I responded off duty without my gear.
Why would you even do that?
Because the officers were calling for help and I tried to respond as fast as possible.
Did you also include the resignation letter from Radcliffe?
He didn't have a formal resignation letter. He gave his resignation verbally to the sheriff.
Gotcha. Why would he do it so quickly like that, you think?
I can't speak for him, sir.
Is it because he was drinking and driving? And the sheriff gave him an opportunity to leave before he gets fired?
I'm not sure what the terms were why he left.
I actually know for a fact you know why he left, so now you're lying to me on the phone. Just tell me that you know he was drinking and driving, because everyone knows.
I have absolutely no evidence to support that he was drinking.
I didn't ask you if you had evidence. I said you know he did.
How would I know without evidence?
Because you were there, brother.
Yes, I was there.
So you saw it.
I saw Detective Radcliffe there. I'm sorry, Sergeant Radcliffe at the time.
And where was he before he was on scene?
He was at the residence of another one of our deputies.
At a party, right?
Yes.
Yeah. What do people usually do at parties?
Celebrate things, to my knowledge.
They drink beer, and there's about 50 witnesses saying that Radcliffe was drinking 4 or 5 beers just an hour before you saw him on scene. Were you at that party too?
No.
Gotcha. But you know he was there, and you know they were drinking. Why would you think that's okay? Aren't you supposed to be a supervisor?
I'm not. Well, he's actually part of the criminal investigation division. He's not under my purview, or wasn't.
So if someone does something illegal, as long as you aren't their supervisor, it's cool?
I have absolutely no evidence to support that he had consumed any alcohol prior to arriving on scene.
Dude, okay. If you pull someone over, do you know if they've been drinking? Like, you can tell, right? Maybe even just two beers, right? And if you can't, you suck.
There are key indicators to the consumption of alcohol.
So he has all the key indicators, and you couldn't tell?
I didn't observe any in Sergeant Radcliffe while I was on scene.
Even though you knew he came from a party where he was drinking?
I did not know he was drinking at a party.
If someone's coming from a party where everyone's drinking, aren't you going to ask, hey, were you drinking?
I wasn't at the party. I didn't know how many
If you pulled me over leaving from a big old 50, 80 person party and I'm speeding, are you not going to ask me, am I drinking?
If I saw some of the clues that you may have been drinking, I probably
Shut up. Yeah, you would. Just say yes, you would. Several people went and told you and the sheriff about this, and nothing was done, and then Radcliffe was allowed to resign. Is that right?
He resigned for taking a position prior to going to that call for service.
Nope. I actually have proof that he got that position afterwards. So you just lied.
He did start afterwards, yes. He put in his resignation afterwards, but he was offered the position prior.
No, he wasn't offered anything. He went and found it because he had to resign. So tell me this. You were told that he was drinking and driving.
I was told that somebody was concerned he may have consumed alcohol prior.
And then, about 2 to 3 days later, he resigns.
That sounds about right. I couldn't tell you exactly.
Yeah. So you are acknowledging that that it was brought to the sheriff's attention that Radcliffe was drinking before he resigned.
It was a rumor that we heard.
It wasn't a rumor. It was people that saw him do it and then told the sheriff that I saw him do it. That's what it was, right?
Can't validate that anybody who saw him drinking could have told the sheriff because I wouldn't have been part of that. I have no idea.
I don't know what to do with you, man. Was any investigation opened up?
I have no idea.
No idea. How would you know? You're just a lieutenant, right?
No, we don't have an internal affairs division. We don't
I'm not saying you have a whole division, but you still do the same thing. You still open up an investigation on your own, and even if you lie and say I found no wrongdoing, then you at least do that, and then it goes to the state police or whoever.
That's why I said we call upon another agency, because that's always a bad look. Like, we looked into it.
All right, even better. So did you notify another agency?
I personally didn't. No, I don't.
Nobody did, right? Yeah, why wouldn't you? Because you don't care.
The sheriff is responsible for managing the criminal investigation division, the patrol division above mine.
So you're
above mine.
okay. So you're putting blame on sheriff.
Can I count this phone conversation going up on your next video?
You definitely can. Maybe not my next video. This might be the next one after that. So the next one's going to be about Radcliffe, and then the one after that's going to be about you.
You don't want to put them in the same video?
No, I got too much, dude. I don't even know how I'm going to... I might have to do like 2 videos on Radcliffe and then 2 videos on you. I bet you'd be like a real good dude if you were just like a construction worker or something like that. I think being an officer's maybe changed you, or it's exposed a real part of you. I don't know, but it's just not a good fit for you, man.
I step outside, the sun is shining, 'cause I thrown your crap away.